Welcome back to the 2014 Insight Innovation Exchange, brought to you by Green Book and Gen 2 Advisors, proudly sponsored by Research Now. My name is Ben Smithy, CEO of Spike Market Analytics, and today I am here with the one, the only Simon Chadwick of Cambiar. Simon, always a pleasure, buddy.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, man. Insight Innovation Exchange. You go everywhere. We see each other around a lot. But what is IIeX? What does Insight Innovation Exchange mean to you and to our industry?
I think it is. It has hit a sweet spot. We have all these industry conferences where essentially we're talking to ourselves.
Fair enough.
And I think this one, IIeX, has brought in so many new people from the new sort of stratosphere that surrounds the
not
industry.
just new researchers.
No, technologists, technology companies, people with great ideas, whatever it may be. So that, if I go to another conference, I probably know 80% of the people there. If I come here, I know 20% of the people here. And that's really exciting. And I think that's actually made this conference an important conference. It's not just a meat fest. It really is an important conference now in the calendar.
And define importance. Importance in what way? Important for businesses moving forward? Important for new ideas?
Yeah, I think all of the above. I mean, obviously for a lot of the small businesses who are here, the startups, this is important. It's a great way of getting distribution or awareness at least. But I also think it's important for those of us who come from the more traditional core of the industry to get to understand what is going on the periphery and get to understand what the future looks like. There are people here who have never been to this, whose eyes are being opened by stuff that they've never imagined existing.
What does this mean for you in Cambiar? You have come, the traditional research background and the traditional research way backward and forward, just as good as anybody out there. So what does this mean for you at Cambiar? How do you leverage this, and what does innovation mean for you and your team?
Well, the way in which I think it's really useful for us is that we've gained this reputation as being feature sort of seers, if you like,
absolutely,
in the industry, which is very cool, given that we're all, as you say, from the traditional side, steeped in experience and old.
I didn't say that. You said that.
But so what it does for us is it enables us to keep very much on that edge, that leading edge of what is going on, to understand what is going on, and then to fold that back into the studies that we do, so that we can put a whole picture together and show people where the future is what it's going to look like. For innovation for us, I think, is what it means for us is the ability to get close to innovators in the industry. So a lot of our clients are traditional research companies and research departments, but a lot are startups. And being close to them and operating with them and alongside them, we actually get to understand what's going on in the industry much better.
What is coming down that pipeline? What do you have your eye on now? Speaking as you do represent, I think it is fair to say that you represent a lot of the future trends and things like that. So what are you seeing? What are things that you'd say, watch out for this. I like this. I'm bullish on this.
So I think there are two things right now that are the next inflection points. One is what we call Type 2 mobile, maybe even a little bit of, there's a Type 3 as well. But Type 2 is all that fancy geolocation, shopper insight stuff that you can do. Type 3, passive measurement, all of that. I think clients are now really convinced or becoming convinced that there is something there. And so that, I think, is now inflecting. Emotion measurement is the other thing that is inflecting.
Absolutely.
Now, is it going to be in the whole neurological area, EEG and all of that, or different other biometrics? Nobody's quite sure yet, but there's a lot of activity. So we're keeping an eye on that. I think looking into the future, what I'm going to be keeping an eye on is things like wearables. And I think there's a lot that could be done there. The imagination's only just beginning to get going on that, and potentially virtual reality. We've already got virtual reality companies like In Context, but what are they going to be able to do when that technology really breaks out?
Absolutely, in a scalable way.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit on another passion that I know you have, future researchers. You look at the MSMR programs in the universities around the world, and we're looking at how do we cultivate and really engage the best young people for the future of our industry. Let's get away from the hard skills for a second and just talk personalities.
Right.
What is the future researcher personality persona?
That's a really interesting question that we're doing, a group of us now are doing a project on. I think we have to understand that I think it's about 17% now of leadership positions in industry are taken up by millennials.
Yep.
They're coming, folks. They're coming. And I think they bring naturally a curiosity with them, which is great because that's at the fundamental core of what we do.
Is it the same curiosity? Let me break in here just a second. Is it the same curiosity of understanding the whys and the hows in the same ways that we've been understanding whys and hows, or is it a different vantage point of curiosity?
It may be different. I don't know, to be honest, and I'm really looking forward to finding out. I think that generation has an innate curiosity, but it's a curiosity that's fed through a continuous dynamism of learning, and usually through technology.
Google anything at the push of a button.
Right, exactly. So that may have profound impact on the way in which we think about research, do research. We're already moving from the project to a continuous learning state. We're moving very jerkily, but we're getting there. And I think that generation will bring us that much further. So one of the things that we're looking at in this project is not so much what characteristics is that generation bringing and how do we attract and educate them in research, but what impact are they going to have on research and how it's done, and what are the traits that they're bringing with them. And we need, Kim Dedeker did a fantastic presentation at MSU along with Jim Burling, looking at curiosity, flexibility, agility, nimbleness, the ability to, data science, the ability to handle data. I think one of the things we want to know is, do they also bring storytelling? Do they also bring communication skills? And that, we're going to find out.
That's exciting stuff. I'm excited for the future. I know you are.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time to be here, Simon. It's always a pleasure.
It's a real pleasure. Thanks a lot.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thanks. Will do.
You guys heard it here at the 2014 Insight Innovation Exchange. My name is Ben Smithy. You just heard from Simon Chadwick of Cambiar. We'll see you next time. Thanks.